If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Yo, GMS fam, the green room. That's right. You said it. It is the holidays. It's the holidays. Happy 420 to all my GMS fam out there who partake, and even those that don't. It is still a holiday for you. We celebrate everybody on this day. It's all about positivity, smoking with your homies, pass that shit, light that shit, whatever you gonna do, pack that shit. Whatever it is, as long as you enjoying your day, man. You know we start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward. Hoping that you guys pass it along as well. Showing love every single week, man. What's going on? JR Miller, Brim Dog, Joe Blast, King Lukey, C-Mo. I see y'all, green room fam. What's going on? It's time to light one. We got some shit to talk about today. We got a few topics to run over today, and I hope y'all have been keeping up on what's been going on out here in these streets. Now, let me switch the beat up, man. Y'all know what time it is. Now, listen here, GMS fam. What up, Trey? First things first, man, we got breaking news, man. Breaking news. I had to even change up the title a little bit just cause, you know, we were just talking about this guy on Monday when it came to him and his new pregnant superstar girlfriend Rihanna. A$AP Rocky has been arrested at LAX after coming back from vacation with his baby mama. This arrest happened because he is connected to a shooting that took place. Let me get it right. In Hollywood. Yes, that's right. A shooting took place in Hollywood. 33-year-old rapper whose given name is Rakim Mayers was taken into custody on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, according to a news release from the Los Angeles Police Department. According to the story, there was an argument somewhere in Hollywood with A$AP Rocky and a few of his homies with another person. I don't know what the argument was about. Don't know what happened to escalate the situation, but somehow, some way, this guy ended up getting hit and shot at. And he's saying A$AP was the one that did it. So now there is an entire investigation opening up on A$AP right now, and I'm gonna keep everybody posted on what's happening with that situation, man. I hope he makes it out of that unscathed, man. He's about to be a father soon. I just hope that this isn't something that's gonna hinder him or hold him back from doing what he needs to do or take care of his responsibilities. And also, this is a bigger lesson, man. Stop having your homies put you in shit. I have a good feeling that the people around you should be the ones to help you stay on track, especially when you're in a position to change people's lives, man. You can't continue to keep doing the same ratchet shit that you was doing off the fly when you was just some broke nigga living in the hood somewhere, fucking around with your friends with no common sense, with no responsibilities and nothing to take care of. You have a lot to live for and to look forward to. You got a lot to lose, and these people will find a way to get you up out the paint. Be smart. Be smart. And that's not even just for celebrities or whoever, people with notoriety. That's for the regular everyday person as well too. Be smart, man. Move smart, and don't put yourself in a position that'll fuck you up, fuck your life up, and get your family fucked up out here. Now, I had to get that out the way because that was breaking news, but we got to really get to some shit now, man. So I watched an interview on The Breakfast Club, man. DJ Envy had his wife, Gia Casey, on, and it was very interesting, to say the least. There were some things that they talked about that they've talked about in the past. You know, a lot of people are comfortable now, you know, especially if they've been through it and they've gotten to talk about it themselves and have those moments as a family, as a couple, to really try to talk about the shit and really get over it. They had that time. So I think that's why they're able to openly talk about it on a public platform like that, to open themselves up to criticism. But it's like a lot of the shit kind of seemed off to me. One of the things that his wife said, before I get to the other shit, one of the things that she said, you know, it kind of almost seemed like she was hinting towards the fact that God gave her mother dementia just so she could stay with DJ Envy, because if her mother didn't have dementia, or if her mother knew what was going on before she passed, she would have never let her stay with DJ Envy. Apparently, she said there was no way that her and DJ Envy could have been together today if her mother didn't have dementia. And I want y'all to hear that for yourself. Let me mute that. I want y'all to hear it for yourself, because it's time. I want y'all to really hear from the horse's mouth what she had to say about this situation. Listen to this, man.
I believe that whatever Rashawn and I have to make that decision.
Hold up.
I believe that whatever Rashawn and I have to accomplish, either through our marriage or through our children, is so great that I think my mother was a casualty of that. I think that God took my mother's sensibilities away from her so that I wouldn't be in a position where I had to make that decision. I just think that
So, and without having to play the whole clip, she's basically saying if her mother had been coherent enough to understand the situation, she would have never let her daughter stay with DJ Envy. Yeah, that's what I said. Nice excuse. That was a great excuse. That was a very powerful and very believable excuse for some. For me, I don't think so. I don't think that was the case. I think that was more than that. It was very weird. It was very weird how she put that together. I think there was more than that. I think, and to be honest, this actually brings me back to the time that Deezus and Mero actually had something to say about this situation. I don't know if y'all remember, but DJ Envy and Deezus and Mero had a little slight beef for a little while, because Deezus and Mero went on their show to talk about everything that happened with DJ Envy and his wife, and why they got a divorce and him cheating and all that shit. And they alluded to the fact that, you know, it was because of the money. But these guys, you know, they're comedians, they're jokesters. They joke around, they have fun, they roast and shit. So DJ Envy shouldn't have took it to that extreme, but he did. And I don't know if you guys remember, but they got into it live on air because of what Deezus and Mero said, and DJ Envy really stepped into his light-skinned bag that day. Oh, and Charlamagne doesn't let him live it down. He reminds him of this shit. Whenever he talks about people, whenever DJ Envy talks about people being petty, Charlamagne is the first person to let him know you are a petty god. He shouldn't have went off on him like that. And then on top of that, if you go off like that, you kind of give it some validity, in my opinion. You give it weight. You give that statement, what they said, weight. Because that means that you probably felt like there was some truth to that inside. You probably didn't say that to your wife, but you probably felt that energy inside, like, damn, I cheated on her. I did all this shit. She's doing all these things to make me feel bad about it and feel wrong about it. Yes, I'm wrong. Yes, I should feel bad about it. But why did she stay? Was it because her mom got dementia? If that was the only reason, that's a very odd reason. You mean to tell me that you wanted to leave, or that you would have been cool with leaving your husband if your mom told you to, but because she had dementia and didn't know what was going on, you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'll give it a chance. That's weird. But that's not where it stopped, man. Let me show you this. This is what I really want to show y'all. Listen to this.
And I'm sure so many women can relate. Like, you want to reward that man for that work, and the only reward that you have to offer is an orgasm. But even if I didn't feel it, I would still be performative. So yes, I was faking it.
We got into like a argument, and then she was like, well, you know, I don't be having an orgasm. She didn't say it in that. She speaks way more eloquent than I would have. And I was like, what? And she was like, I don't. I'm like, no, yes, you do. I hear it. Like, yeah, and then she was like, no, I'm faking it. I'm like, every time? And she was like, yeah. And then that just crushed me, because I thought I was putting in work. Like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm, you know, Big Daddy Long Leg.
Now, if you didn't catch on to that, this is them talking about the fact that his wife has been faking it, or was faking it. I don't know if she doesn't anymore, but I can tell you right now, I don't know too many women out here who could fake an orgasm for 10 years and all of a sudden start getting it with the person that they've been trying to get it with for 10 years. I don't know anybody like that. I also strongly believe that if you're not getting an orgasm in 10 years, that you're probably getting it somewhere else. Imagine not being satisfied for 10 years. And you're making it seem like you're complacent with it. And on top of that, you're being a good actor. Ain't nobody a good actor for 10 years when it comes to the bedroom. Somebody gonna get tired of it. Hey man, DJ Envy, I don't know if you felt this way, but I strongly believe that your wife was getting it from somewhere else for 10 years. Or probably still is. I don't know. Probably not, because it's probably such a tight-knit, lockdown family. Now they ain't got so many kids. But I can at least say for those 10 years that she felt like she wasn't getting the orgasm, my guy, I feel like she was getting it from somewhere else. Fellas, I got a question. What would you do if you were dating a girl and y'all was getting it in and it seemed like you was tearing it up, you was just gorilla style, and she was making it seem like you was just doing it, you was getting it, and then all of a sudden, after years of putting in what you thought was work, she tells you she didn't bust a nut once? Think about that shit. Not one nut? You mean to tell me she get one nut in 10 years, fam? 10 years. How would you feel as a man? I said this yesterday. I said, if you came up to me and told me I wasn't doing shit for 10 years, oh, we done. We done. You mean to tell me you that good of an actor for 10 years? You probably been lying up the ass. You probably been so good at trying to pretend like you love me. Think about that. If she can pretend, and he said it. Listen to his reaction. He said he was crushed. Why were you crushed, Envy? Tell him why you're crushed.
Argument, and then she was like, well, you know, I don't be having an orgasm. She didn't say it in that. She speaks way more eloquent than I would have. And I was like, what? And she was like, I don't. I'm like, no, yes, you do. I hear it. Like, yeah, and then she was like, no, I'm faking it. I'm like, every time? And she was like, yeah. And then that just crushed me because I thought I was putting in work. Like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm, Big Daddy Long Leg.
And I'm sure so many women.
Big Daddy Long Leg, he thought he was. He said he thought he heard it. And she said she was faking the whole time. He's having a conversation with his wife. This is after 10 years of smashing. You know what his excuse was? Actually, he had an excuse too. DJ Envy, you not off the hook. His excuse was, well, we've been dating since I was 16, she was 15. We've known each other since then. You know what I'm saying? We both was each other's first. We was inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? So of course I didn't know what I was doing. Bro, after 10 years, you should probably get the hang of it. I don't know, maybe. And I would expect after 10 years, during that span of time, his wife would try to at least coach him into telling him what she liked, because that's your girl and y'all trust each other and y'all with each other and y'all fucking. You would think. There's any GMS ladies in the chat right now, tell me, could you fake an orgasm for 10 years? That's like, bro, imagine, fam, my niggas in the chat, no homo. That's like literally going with blue balls for 10 years. Could you do that? My niggas in the chat, could you do that? I couldn't do that. There's not enough meat beating sessions in the world that can cover for all the times I never busted actually in a coochie. Come on now. Oh my God. So I think it's weird at this point, the dynamic of I think that now what people in those situations do when somebody was cheating and there was infidelity and there was trust broken and people were hurt and there was trauma involved and all types of shit, I think it gets to a point where certain people try to control each other and try to make it seem like love. Like, that's not a place you should go to. You might as well break up with somebody if you're gonna try to control what they do. That's not how relationships work, man. Y'all gotta be a team. Y'all can't control. Y'all gotta be a team as in we gotta agree on what we agree on together and we gotta make this shit happen together. There's no, you not more of this, you not more of that. I don't get it. Never had blue ball, so I wouldn't know. He said, I bet Gia was getting pipe on the side. That's what I said. There's nobody, I don't feel like there's nobody in this world that can go 10 years without busting a nut, without getting it from somewhere else, especially if you are in a committed relationship. 10 years without a nut? We do need AP. Where is AP, man? I should make him call in right now just so he can have his... Oh, and by the way, if y'all didn't know, the woman that DJ Envy cheated with was Erica Mena. Erica Mena is a model and now reality TV show personality. She's also Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend's baby mom. I like to say that. I don't like to say Safari. I like to say Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend backup dancer. And that's what I like to address Safari as. Nicki's ex-boyfriend backup dancer. The sheriff has said, if so many can't get satisfaction, that explains why we are so effed up, pent up frustration. Well, then you could also see why she probably felt so devastated when she found out he was cheating. Like, nigga, I've been faking for 10 years and you gonna go fuck this bitch. Imagine how hurt you would be if you faked it for 10 that's a whole decade. You faked it for a whole decade only to get cheated on. Damn. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there, but it's like, it's the truth. That's how I see it. But they seem happy. She has a new book out. I think if you guys are really into the relationship type books, you should check it out. It may do something for your relationship, especially for those that have to, have had to deal with infidelity or cheating or, even whatever type of obstacles relationships face, man. If you're into that type of shit, go in and check that shit out. Now let's move forward. I got some more things to talk about. We ain't gonna stay on DJ Envy and the fact that he ain't been putting it down for 10 years. We gonna talk about Trey Songz. We gonna talk about somebody that has apparently been putting it down and apparently unwanted. Trey Songz is back in the spotlight. Now, you guys know Rory of the Rory and Maul podcast, or used to be co-host on the Joe Budden podcast. Recently, he sat down on a live somewhere. It looks like he was on like a Zoom or on, I don't know what show he was on. He was on a webcam of some sort. And the conversation of Trey Songz came up, and he had quite a lot to say about Trey Songz. Now, I want to switch the beat up for this because we can't have no trap beat playing in the background while listening to these things right here. We're gonna have to slow it down a little bit. I want y'all to hear what Rory had to say about Trey Songz, man, and tell me what you think it is.
In 15 years, however the fuck long it's gonna be, that Trey Songz doc is gonna be crazier than the R. Kelly.
What up, Genchi?
Trey Songz is the most nasty, abusive, rapey, beats the shit out of women. Like, he is the scum of the fucking earth. Trey Songz is fucking disgusting.
Ooh.
Like, his doc is going to surpass, if you ever thought you could surpass an R. Kelly doc, I promise you in 15 years, Trey Songz, his doc will.
Shit.
He's an awful human being.
Shit.
Like a terrible, terrible fucking human being.
Uh-oh.
Santa Claus.
And somebody is gonna knock him the fuck out.
It sounds like you know who that
You, Rory?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be you, Rory?
This isn't one story. This is personal that I know with, I'm not even exaggerating. Close to 15 to 20 women, all with the exact same experience, that I know not to be liars at all.
You know about 15, 20 women that's known not to be liars at all? I find that to be cap. I'll say you probably know about five. Five. But I do not find his story to be untrue. Because a lot of these things are said behind closed doors. What I do not understand, though, is that when you got something on somebody, especially in this situation, why not go to the proper authorities to get that man dealt with? But here's a little bit more of what he had to say.
Trey Songz was cleared. What is Rory talking about? His charges were cleared. I'm not talking about the charges that he was charged with. It's not what I'm talking about. I have no idea who the fuck charged him for that shit. I'm talking about my personal experience with women that I know personally. He's a awful human being. But I didn't mean to go on that tangent. If I get one more.
Let me stop it there. So that came out, right? And you heard the end of that little sentence that he had there when he talked about the charges he got cleared from. Somebody clearly was in the live and said, well, he just got cleared of sexual assault charges, which is true. It is true. And I will say this. The media will like to spin things and put things in favor when they want to cancel somebody, get somebody out of here, because people on the internet or on Twitter, let's just say Twitter, people on Twitter that have Trey Songz trending right now, they have him trending with being a monster, being a sexual assaulter, being an abuser, being a nasty human being, all this stuff, right? All that stuff is getting notoriety. All of it is going and trending and people get thousands of retweets and likes and shit. And the Rory video that I just showed you, that's making its rounds, going viral. But you know what's not going viral? And this is not me trying to play sides. Y'all know how I am over here. I'm an unbiased human being. I like to see the facts first. But if this motherfucker's coming out and telling stories about a person that kind of showed signs over the years that they're a weirdo, I might believe it. Trey Songz kind of showed those signs. I will say this though. What's not making the rounds on social media, what's not trending, and you can see the numbers here. 5 retweets, 7 likes. Trey Songz cleared of November 2021 sexual assault in Las Vegas, which is one of the things that social media was in an uproar about when it happened. And they were talking about how he was this. Oh, I knew this because of when Keke said this. And I think the one thing about Keke Palmer's story too that I want people to understand, if you actually listen to what Keke's saying, it sounded like she was a part of a music video that she didn't sign off on, she didn't know about, which is wrong. You don't use somebody's likeness in your video, especially if they're a notable figure, without them knowing or without you breaking bread with them, because it's a business, all types of shit. But it was, from what I heard, it didn't sound like he did something to her, like did anything physical to her. Now, if I missed that part, somebody please correct me. But they took that story as predator activity, and then they started bringing up different allegations from different women. This one in particular in Las Vegas came up back in 2021, and everybody was like, oh shit, we knew it, we did it, blah, blah, blah. And then once the story comes out that he was cleared of those charges, I didn't see anybody talking about it. We have to go on all boards and all across the board when it comes to this type of shit. And you got to understand, like, it's not even about whether or not I'm trying to shame victims or do anything like that. No, I really believe that we've gotten into an age where people don't give a fuck about facts. They don't try to wait for facts. They don't try to understand the situation. They don't try to, everything now in life plays off of the metaphor of a 5-second clip. So whatever you see first, you judge first instead of understanding what happens before. And there's a lot of times on the internet where people will see a clip, judge the clip, and then find out something happened and be like, yo, but before that even happens, it's already in the algorithms. It's already trending that it's this way. Now there's a story out here of a guy. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it's a guy by the name of, I think his name is Eric Lee Johnson or something like that, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Gruesome video, didn't watch it. I don't watch videos like that no more at all. Like it's been a couple years. I don't watch graphic videos. I don't like to be traumatized first thing in the morning. I like a nice, peaceful, clear mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch traumatic shit. But you know, reading the details, it said that in a live video, he stabbed his girlfriend to death, tied her to the steering wheel and stabbed her to death. There's a live video of it. People, of course, captured it and it's making its rounds on the internet. I guess he tried to set the car on fire, all types of shit. Cops found her body. They arrested him. And that's the story you hear first. That story right there, the video, the clip of him doing what he was doing, the heinous act, because regardless of what it was about, it was a heinous act. And then now I'm starting to hear that this was because the woman in the video drugged that man's son, allegedly, and his son died. That's another part of the story that I guess has been trying to make its way through. And as people are explaining it, I guess in the video, you hear him saying this is for CJ. CJ, he keeps mentioning somebody named CJ. Now we know the guy's name is Eric Lee Johnson, but he's mentioning CJ. People are saying that's his son. His son is CJ. And he was saying this is for you. And he was in the car apparently doing that to her because of that. Now, me in that situation, I probably would have got her locked up. But you can say that with a clear mind and with not having to have the same emotions or feelings that that person is feeling at the time. So I can't say whether he was, if this is the case, if this really did happen, if his son was drugged by this woman and he died, I cannot tell you how that man should have reacted about his child. Now, these are all speculations. I do not know if this is fact or not. All we know is that there's a video out of a man stabbing a woman, and now they know that she's dead and he's in custody. The rest of the stories that are coming up with it are possible stories that may come into play as things go on. So if we find out that this woman, because then they also said that these two people went on this 2-day drug binge, and that's why this happened, because they were all drugged out for 2 days and just out of their minds. Like I said, I like to wait for facts. And if the facts come out that they were just drugged out and he did some crazy shit, well, he's right where he's supposed to be. If it comes out that this woman did something to where his son died, well, he did what he felt like he had to do. This world is crazy. This world is fucked up. I don't put nothing past nobody. I also want to mention something crazy that I feel like happened recently. Two female inmates at a New Jersey prison have both become pregnant due to a transgender inmate. Oh, what a conversation, right? Oh, how the tables continue to turn out here. Oh my goodness. Listen here, man. I don't want to offend nobody. I'm going to try not to be insensitive. How do you talk about this subject without being... Because, like, listen to this, man. Look, let me tell you something. What do we do about these situations? I have been saying that, like, people talk about segregation. No, you're trying to bring back segregation. No, I'm trying to prevent situations like this, because guess what? What if these two women were taken advantage of? What if these two women were sexually assaulted? I'm being dead ass serious now. What if these two women were sexually assaulted in that instance? They had a person that claimed they were transgender, put them on the women's side, and now you have somebody out there on the loose just trying to fuck all the women inmates because they identified as it. And I know people are going to be like, well, people can be transgender still like women. What about Caitlyn Jenner? Yeah, well, I mean, shit, if that's the case, man, you might as well keep your Johnson and still be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not that. So I wouldn't know. I'm just speaking from a straight male's perspective, I guess. But how do you deal with this situation? You transfer the women? Do you let them go free? Do you punish the transgender inmate, or do you make the transgender inmate go to the male side of it? How do we tackle these situations? It feels like the world has become one big nutcase. Everybody's confused on how to move out here, to the point where I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna speak my mind on shit, because really, what the fuck can really happen to you out here? Yeah, the powers that be can stop you, prevent you from doing shit, but I'm not trying to be famous anyway. I'm just trying to kick it and talk to y'all and have a platform where we can speak our minds. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be the famous guy. I feel like there should be a space where we should be able to have these conversations, man. And a lot of, we need to continue to saturate the market with that, because everything is so controlled. Everything is so put in place for everybody to try to follow behind the same type of narrative when we shouldn't, man. People need to think for themselves, and I think this is fucked up. Now let's just say they wanted it, okay? Let's not go straight there. Let's not say that he or she just went and sexually assaulted them. Let's not say that. Let's say they planned this. Let's say they were just in there one day and they're like, you know what? We're tired of using these makeshift dildos. Come on, let's get it in. You still got your thing. Let's do it. Then they both ended up getting pregnant. Well, you might as well put everybody in mixed population, men and women. That'll save a lot of niggas' buttholes, man. I'm telling you, save a lot of niggas' buttholes. Why they never do that, man? I think that's it. I've always want to talk about this, man. I feel like it is a sick fetish in the prison system and with these COs and with these people that own these private prisons and prisons all over America and the world. It is a sick fetish. Especially when they know niggas is out here getting their manhood tested on a daily. What is the real? Can somebody give me the real reason why they don't mix populations, male and female together? I mean, whether you put men in one space or not, somebody's getting fucked. Apparently, apparently. It's like it's like either way, you're not stopping nothing. You're not stopping niggas from doing what they gonna do. So why not just try to prevent niggas from getting butt jammed out here, man? I think that's so wrong, bro. I think it's so wrong. When I first heard about shit like that going down in prison when I was younger, man, I'm telling you, I felt like Tom from the Boondocks. You can't have my booty. There was no way in hell. Bro, I'm telling you, it's funny. Like, I laughed so hard when that episode aired because I related to every single scene, from the nightmares, from literally not trying to do anything to go to prison, to try to get locked up, to even get arrested. I was staying out of the way. Even when I was doing fuck shit as a teenager, I always made sure that I was in the clear. I was always out of Dodge. And you know what? God had a lot to do with that, man. He blessed me from not fucking. I'm telling you, there was a lot of shit that I could have done that would have locked me up, but it did not happen. I was blessed. But I'm telling you, man, that's why I don't understand why dudes do certain things that will like put you in harm's way, that'll put you straight in prison. Why do you do things that you know will get you locked up? I don't get it. Man, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I just had to talk about this because this is a wild story, man. And of course, I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? We hear about certain stories about certain people saying it and using the label transgender, male or female, to do certain things that they know they wouldn't be able to do if they just only identified as a certain gender. Like when we talked about the spa incident that happened where there was a dude who basically tried to identify as female just to go into the women's side of the locker room where there were young girls, underage girls and all types of shit, and this person disrobing themselves. No, and I'm telling you, man, this is why I gotta give credit to people like Flame Monroe, because do you think Flame Monroe will go to the women's side of the locker room knowing that Flame still has her junk and just disrobing in front of young girls? Do you think Flame would do that? I don't think Flame would do that because Flame is one of those people that understand that male genitalia and little girls do not mix in society. But I guess some people think it's okay when you identify as something. And I'm talking about this as a specific instance. I'm not talking about, when people try to come up and, because there's going to be people that hear this and be like, oh, you're trying to discriminate against transgenders from blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking about a specific instance when it comes to a young child, a little girl or a little boy, because it can go the other way too. Let's say a woman that identifies as a man walked in the man's side of the locker room and she pulls her snatch out. And the kid is like, "Ho, what's that? It's furry." I don't see no dick leg. What's that? I'm just saying, you never know. You can traumatize any little kid out here with doing some shit like that. I'm trying to protect the kids. You can identify as what you want. You can fuck whatever gender you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to protect the kids in real life. When it comes to TV and movies, y'all got to monitor whatever y'all want y'all kids to watch and listen to or whatever. But in real life, oh yeah, we got to make sure we protect our own in real life. Now, last but not least, I got to bring this up too, because this was a story that was like, yo, y'all remember when they tried to get Johnny Depp out the paint, tried to call him an abuser, all types of shit. The media was going in. Oh, Johnny Depp was abusing Amber Heard. He was doing all this horrendous shit to her, blah, 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 all this shit. Now, I don't give a fuck about a Johnny Depp or Amber Heard. Rich people problems have no concern to me. But the sentiment of it all, when you have a woman accusing a man of something and trying to get him out of here, knowing damn well that you are telling a lie. People saw how easy it was for the general public and the media to immediately go at this man and label him an abuser and do all this shit. And they do that to a lot of people. Because the actual real story, the true story behind shit doesn't matter, man. It's whoever gets in front of it. Whoever starts the story, whoever gets in front of the narrative, that's the first pace that niggas gonna start running at. Until the baton is good enough to pass along some new information. And then people be like, all right, which happened in his case. Now people see what's going on. It's more than 6 years ago, Amber Heard taunted Johnny Depp to tell the world and the jury that he was the victim of domestic violence, and see who believed him. Today, she gets to sit there and watch him do exactly that, because now she is on the chopping block. And you love to see it, man. I love to see equal fucking justice. If you are a bad person, you deserve whatever comes to you. And I don't feel bad about it. Now, there's something I want to say, and I hope you guys stick around and listen to this, man. I got something to say now. I'm not the one to, put people on blast. I'm not the one to try to expose people like that. Maybe in a petty way, not in no real serious shit. But there's been something that's been on my mind for a long time, man. And I've really been thinking to myself whether or not I should be doing this. But I think it's only fair, man, because, even though I'm one of the people to take the high road, certain things don't sit right with me. So, with that being said, I just want to let it be known that there's a certain individual out there that just spent a lot of time worried about me and things I'm doing and hating on me and talking shit, all types of shit. I don't like to give this person any light. I don't like to say this person's name because they just one, they're not worth it. Two, they love the notoriety. They love when people talk about them. It's very not. I guess it's orgasmic to them. Pause. But it really seems that way. It seems like they get their jollies off of it. They get their rocks off of it. But let me just say this. Live your truth, bro. Live your truth. You don't have to hide behind that tough exterior. You don't have to hide behind gang affiliations. You don't have to hide behind your friends or anything like that. You don't have to hide behind material things. Come out. It's 2021, man. Nobody's going to judge you if you came out, fam. Nobody's going to judge you if you get. I'm telling you, it's better if you did it than if somebody else who has factual evidence that you are who I say you are does it first. I think you should do it first. I think you should be the person to do that. And no, a Deadpool, it's not that person. That person, I wish that guy the best. Cornball, weirdo, bitch ass nigga, but I'm not talking about him. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about him. Deadpool. We steer clear of those guys. But I am speaking of one person in particular. You might know who I'm talking about. You might not. But just know, if there's anything else that you have to get off your chest about me, just know there's going to be something said back to you that may crush your heart, your little fragile heart. And I'm telling you right now, you might want to come out before you get exposed. That's all I'm saying. You might want to step out that closet before somebody else lets it be known. That's all I'm saying, fam. But we lead with positivity and peace, man. That's why I'm not with the, I'm not with the, the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting it be known, because I see that some people might still have a little bit of animosity and still have some things they want to get off their chest. Let it be known. If you want to get something off your chest, do that. But I'm just letting you know there are repercussions for that. And it will set the internet on fire. Receipts and all. That's all I want to say. I hope y'all having a blessed holiday. I have. This is like number 10, 11 today. Including some, a few dabs here and there. I feel good, man. I feel good. GMS fam, the green room. Y'all know what time it is. Put a GMS in the comments. Hit that like button, man. I see about 38, 40 of y'all in this motherfucker right now. Hit the like button. On your way out, follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. Who gonna be the first to leave a comment under this video after the live ends? That's what I want to know. I'm about to give away a GMS t-shirt to the first person that comments under the video when the live is over. I promise you that. Just so you know I'm not bullshitting. Hold on. I tell no lies. I tell no lies. Shout out to Trey 979, Black Man America Brim Dog, Vale from Vallejo, California. Ooh. You gotta get you some cherry bomb Crisco's. Cherry bomb Crisco. The Sheriffess, Joe Blast, Nail Cola. You was first last time. Try to be first this time. As soon as the live ends, if you the first person to leave a comment, I'm gonna send this out to you. You're gonna have to trust me though, because I mean, you're gonna have to send me your address, man. So you're gonna have to trust me enough with your address for me to send this out. I'm gonna send it out tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Fast shipping. It's gonna get to you this weekend, I promise you. That's how we get it done in GMS, man. We make sure we provide the goods. King Lukey in the building, Simo in the building, IVR in the building. I'm smoking on broccoli and this shit is real good. Ooh. Val from Vallejo. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's 420, man. It's a good day. It's always a good holiday, man. Always a good holiday. Always a good holiday. Hope y'all get a chance to burn one tonight. If you with your homies, man, pass that shit. Don't be stingy. One love, GMS fam. Who gonna be first? I wanna see who gonna be first. Leave a comment on this video when you get off. Follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you're feeling generous. What up, 313 Cap? I see you. One love, everybody. GMS fam. Big 420. Happy holidays, baby. Blaze one. We out.